All right. Good morning, everybody, or whatever time of day it is where you are. Thanks for joining us in our last session of our Yoga and Strengthening series. Again, I want to thank you guys for showing up for yourselves and showing up for us. And let's start rolling. So Rita isn't actually here today, unfortunately. You got to prioritize your priorities. So she's doing what she needs to do, which is great, important, and a good example. But we do have a recording of her yoga session that we're going to do together first, and then we're going to jump into the live session of the strengthening. All right, so hang on for just a second as I switch things on.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I can't believe this is our last class. I am so sorry I can't be with you guys live this morning, but I just want to say how truly grateful I am for the past 6 weeks that we have shared together. And thank you so much for showing up for Sonia and I, and most importantly for showing up for yourselves. So I'm really glad to at least be able to be with you in spirit today through this gentle warm-up. So we are going to stay seated, which you know is a theme for me. So this seated warm-up is designed to awaken our body and our mind. Just no pressure, no strain, always honor where you're at. So just super simple, mindful movement to help us reconnect with our breath and to help us feel more at home in our body today. So let's take a moment to fully arrive, right? Our body is here, but let's start allowing our mind to join us, right? So just slowly start focusing on your breath. Okay, come into, an easy pose or a kneeling position, whatever is most comfortable for you. And just start to pay attention to your breath, your inhale and your exhale. Take a deep breath in and a long, cleansing exhale breath out. Within each inhale, you're creating space, and with each exhale, you're softening the edges of your attention. Just keep focusing on your breath, and I'm just going to take a moment to change the camera view here. I just need my glasses to do that. Right, and make sure you guys can see me, and hopefully you're going to be able to hear me. I tested out microphones. See that's going to work because I know a couple of issues. I'm going to take a moment to get back here on that, and also want myself to get centered. So you just keep focusing on your breath, that inhale and exhale. As we're doing that, also start to feel like you're core engaged. If we're in an easy pose, we want to feel our sit bones rooted down onto our mat, and start thinking about rolling our shoulders back and a nice straight line up from your sit bone down up through the crown of your head and shoulders down. We're going to start with some very gentle, easy movement, and movements that are going to help us to relax into this moment and release some stress and tension where we typically carry it, which is up in our shoulders and our neck, and many, many times we don't even realize that we're doing that. So, and for me, I tend to put my shoulders forward, so I have to always remind myself to keep my shoulders back. But we're going to start with some neck rolls. So you can do a full neck rotation, or you can do the partial rotation. So whatever is comfortable for you. So we're going to start with tucking our chin to our chest, and then left ear to left shoulder. And if we're doing the full rotation, we'll go all the way around, right ear to right shoulder, and then chin to chest, head up. If we're doing partial rotation, we'll just do chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, and then we'll go right back to chin to chest, and then right ear to right shoulder. So do whatever is comfortable for you. no forcing. And our neck is a very delicate, gentle area, so we want to always be very careful and mindful. So again, whatever is comfortable for you. And you can feel as you're doing some of these, as you're carrying some tension there, you can start to feel it release. I'm going to do a combination of both. If you are doing the full neck roll, then you want to make sure whatever direction you're doing, if you start counterclockwise, then make sure you go clockwise, and vice versa. If you start clockwise, make sure you go counterclockwise. So whatever is good for you. So let's do 2 more, whether you're doing the partial or the full. And then we'll just meet with our head up in center. And then we're going to continue with this theme of releasing some of our upper body stress through some shoulder rolls. Okay, so just shrugging our shoulders up towards our ears and then back and down. So up towards our ears and back and down. And then the same thing we want to be doing, if we do one direction, we want to do it in the other direction. Okay, so we started going backwards, so now I'm going to go forward. And then back and down. And just really releasing some of that tension that we may be carrying and not even realizing. The other way we can start releasing that, continue with the shoulder rolls if that feels good for you, but if you want to go a little deeper, we can take our hands, interlace them in a fist behind us, and then think about pulling your fist down toward the mat behind you. And then that gives you a wonderful shoulder release. Then you can pull back a little bit, or you can go right back by your sit bone, whatever feels comfortable. I'm going to pull back a little bit. The length of our arms is going to make a difference there. So maybe my arms are a little bit longer. So I'm going to pull back. But yeah, if my arms were a little shorter, maybe I'd be here. So whatever feels good. And this is something that is a great exercise to do, smack in the middle of the day when we're at our desk, or we're feeling like the day is kind of getting to me and I'm feeling lots of tension. So let's just take a breath or 2 here and release. And if this is not good for you and you're doing the shoulder rolls, then continue with the shoulder rolls. And we're just going to focus on releasing any tension, any stress from these areas. Then we can release. If you want to shake out your hands a little bit, again, one direction, we always want to do the other direction. And now we're going to keep with that gentle theme of gentle movement. So we're going to do some upper torso circles. Okay, so I want this to feel really good for you. And if we're moving to the right, again, we always want to make sure we do the opposite direction. So however far down you want to go or can go, or if you want to keep them, really small circles, that's good too. So we can do really small ones, or we can do, a much fuller one. Whatever feels good. If you want to do them a little faster, but also if you want to do very slow, and gentle. So just starting to create that energy, preparing for the rest of our workout. I was started to the right, so now I'm going to do my circles to the left. If you want to do more of a swaying, you can. So really whatever feels good for you. Do a little bit more fuller circle. And we're just starting to create that movement. And when I say swaying, I mean just like this. We can do, a rocking swaying back and forth. So do this for a couple of more breaths. Just very natural and flowing. And now we're going to do some seated cat-cow. So usually we're doing this from tabletop. The cat-cow is one of my favorites. You can see I kind of work that into every warm-up. It's a wonderful exercise and movement that automatically calms our nervous system. So, and again, something accessible. So knowing the seated, so we don't always have to be on our hands and knees. We can easily do this in a chair. Like we happen to be on our mat right now. But if we find where at work or just during the day and feeling very stressed, this gentle movement can start calming our nervous system. So we're just going to tuck our chin toward our chest and round our spine. And then on our inhale, we're lifting our chin and our chest up toward the sky. Exhaling on our cat and inhaling on our cat. And just let your breath guide you. And enjoy this moment. It is a wonderful release for bring your feet flat on the mat in front of you, knees bent, and we're going to start just with a nice little release and hug your knees into your chest. So this is just called cosmic ink. We're just kind of give ourselves a little hug as we're preparing for our next movement. And then same, just feet flat on the mat, knees bent. So to start, we're literally just going to lean back into this movement. So this is starting to engage our core. It's called easy boat pose. Okay, we want our arms up and parallel, engaged, so straight line from our shoulder out through our hand, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and just think of yourself as an inch here from your hips, and you're leaning back. The goal is to try to keep our spine straight as much as possible, and you're going to start feeling your core engaged in here. Okay, so think of your belly pulling into the back of your spine. And we're going to stay here for a breath or two. Okay, if this does not feel comfortable or accessible for you, you can absolutely just stay up here. And then still think about engaging your core. So just pulling our belly in toward our spine is engaging our core. And if you're keeping your spine straight and your shoulders down and you're staying up here, that's great. If it feels good for you and you want a little bit more of a challenge and you can lean back into it and engage your core a little bit more that way, that's awesome. Okay, we're going to take this one step further by lifting our right leg. Okay, and we can stay here and just hold our right leg up for a breath or two. You can see my legs shaking already. If we're holding our breath, then we're doing too much. Okay, then we want to release and just stay back up here. But if we can, and hold this for a breath or two, not holding our breath, but hold our leg up for a breath or two and keep it engaged, that's great. Okay, so a little challenge there. And then we're going to do a nice little release. So not a full cosmic pose, but just a nice little release. And then we're going to lean back, and we're going to do that on the other side. So we're going to lift up our left leg. And you may find one leg you can lift easier than the other, right? We have different strengths. We tend to have a dominant side. So then we're going to lift that one and hold that for. Okay. And again, if that doesn't feel comfortable for you and you want to stay like this, absolutely fine. So always honor where you are. And one day you may feel like, oh, this is super simple, I can do it. And then the next day it may be like, oh, wow, I'm a little tired today. This is not as easy as it was. So whatever is good for you. Okay, and then we're gonna just do that nice little release. Now we're gonna do a little bit further. So we're going to hold our hands underneath our knees as we're leaning back. And we can pick up our right leg and then pick up our left leg. And then we're giving ourselves a little help by holding our knees. But this is a way to start building strength in our core. And And then if we feel like we can release our arms and then hold here for a breath or two. If we don't feel like we can, that's okay, then do that. And you can see when I let go, right, I go back a little bit. So we want to keep ourselves up and engaged as much as possible. Okay, so we're going to stay here for a breath or two. And then we're going to do a nice little release. Okay, and we're going to do the full cosmic. Okay, so just give ourselves a nice little hug. And then we're going to place our feet back down on the mat. Sit bones engaged up. You may want to just give ourselves a little space there. And we're going to do a simple revolving pose. So just place your left hand on your right knee and the right hand behind you. Inhaling up and a gentle gaze over your right shoulder. We just give a nice little twist to over back here. And then release, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So right hand on left knee, left hand behind you, inhaling, and a nice little gentle twist. And just breathe into that. And then we're just going to do it one more time on each side. Release, and then same thing. Extend your legs out. So this is called stack pose. You want to make sure your sit bones are firmly planted on the mat. We're going to do an inhaling of our arms up overhead and then hands down to heart center. So we're just preparing for a forward fold. So on our next inhale, hands overhead, and we're going to start hinging ourselves forward. The goal here is to keep a straight spine, so we don't want to be doing this. Okay, so straight spine from our sit bones down out to the crown of our head. So think of it as a hinge. So as however far you can go. If this is comfortable for you, then stay here. Okay, if you can keep, hinging forward, keeping your core engaged. Okay, and you can slowly fold yourself forward. If it's very accessible for you and you want to bind your hands, you can. If you want to just hold your ankles or the bottoms of your feet, you can. Or just place your hands on your shins, whatever is good for you and comfortable. Okay, so let your breath guide you. You can do it super slow, but keeping that extension from your sit bone. So kind of really thinking about rooting your sit bones down and extending your body forward. Okay, you can keep your gaze softly in front of you, right between your feet. You can take a point and let your breath guide you down. Again, whatever is comfortable for you. If you're up here and you just stay here and breathe, that's great. We're just going to let our breath guide us. And then whatever that point of resistance is for you, stay there for 2 to 3 breaths and allow your breath to kind of ease that stress and that tension that you may be feeling. And you should also feel like a wonderful stretch in your hamstring. I'm just going to stay here for another breath or two. Then when you're ready, you're going to allow your breath to guide you up and tuck your head down and gently roll yourself up, roll your shoulders back, and then head is your last to arrive. Okay, and that should feel really good. So you can take your knees and hug them in. And we're going to do another cosmic egg and give ourselves like a nice little hug. And then from staff pose, we're going to extend all the way down into corpse pose. Okay, not that we're going to do a corpse or a relaxation now, but I want you guys to have a wonderful stretch. So just think of somebody gently, very gently pulling on your ankles, and then somebody gently, very gently pulling on your wrist. And we're going to give ourselves a wonderful, wonderful stretch. And just enjoy that. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths here. Really allowing that energy to settle in for the rest of our class. So just unfold, bend your knees and pull them in towards your chest. And we're going to do a nice little rock back and forth. So that's giving our back a little bit of love here, okay? Just rock back and forth. You can do a little forward and back if you want, or side to side. I really like the side feeling. Just again, do whatever feels good for you. And then you're going to just roll over to the side, knees to the right. Place your left hand up, and then that's a great way just to get up. And I'm just going to move forward and let that energy kind of settle in and prepare you for the rest of the class. So I'm going to just change my my camera angle here. So let's take, whoops, sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Okay, camera angle changed. So you guys have a great rest of your class. Thank you so much for allowing me to do the warm-up today, via recording. But again, I'm really grateful to have that opportunity. I hope we have a chance to connect again. It would be great to maybe try this in the fall. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your class with Sonia. And until next time, I'm sending you guys gratitude and peace, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
So that was great. Rita always does a really great job. And I always feel not just stretched out, I feel a bit more peaceful, right? Okay, so now we're going to get into the strengthening portion of our session. I'm going to try to get the music back, get that rolling. Let's see, let's share that music. Okay, there we go. All right, so take a quick sip of water and grab your weights and we'll jump in. Okay, so I'm going to start out with my cans of beans. So if you didn't watch the last video, using things around the house that you know the weight of, or don't know the weight of and they're just light enough for use, is doable. You don't have to get weights. You can use what you have. And so we'll start out with these, and then I might, depending how I feel, move on to like slightly higher weights. Okay, so pretty simple first. I'm going to have you hold whatever you have at the base. So if you have dumbbells, the round part at the bottom and the other round part is sticking straight up. Okay, so we're going to start with hammer curls, palms facing inward. You're going to lower, lift, then you're going to let your hands drop out to the side and then back up. So this motion I discussed last time actually helps with building up your biceps. That's the main motion of your one of your bicep muscles. So we're going to mix those two together. You're gonna go down, up, palms facing each other, and down. There you go. Pretty simple. So let your arms go all the way down to your side, and then up, bent, turn your palms out, and then down. So it's just about a 90-degree bend in my elbow. Elbows straight, elbows bent, palms up, palms facing each other, down. And if your arms are tight, you might feel a little stretch as you go down, and that's totally fine. Shoulder blades together. Very good. Make sure you're breathing, relaxing your neck. Okay, so the next one, we're going to be bent over. You're going to reach down, pull your elbows up, then you're going to stand up, and you're going to press forward, back in, bent over, down, up, stand up, press forward, back in, down. There you go. Try to keep your chest up as you're bending over. You don't want your back rounded. Try to keep your shoulder blades together. If you're not used to it, it'll feel weird, and that's normal. Very good. Make sure you're breathing, neck relaxed. Good job, guys. Reaching forward. So just imagine you're picking up something out of your laundry basket and then just placing them on the table in front of you. Right? Most of us do laundry, right? So this is something pretty functional. You're making sure to use your hips. So when you're actually doing your laundry, you can actually even bend your knees a little bit more. But you can go down like that and then come up if you like. Okay, so next one, we're going to start out with your elbows to your side. Elbows bent at 90 degrees. You're going to go up and then reach overhead, come back down. So it's this 90-90 position where your elbows bend, arm straight, or not arm straight, I'm sorry, elbows bent, and then you're going to go up and then arm straight. And bend your elbows and come back down again. You're going from your waist and then putting something on a high shelf. Good. So try to keep your elbows right in front of your shoulders. This would happen naturally if you were holding like one object. Your arms would just be in. So belly button to your spine. Relax your neck. Slight bend in your knees with your legs tight. Reach. Very good. If you're putting like a bunch of dishes away at a time, you're going to be doing this over and over again. So just practicing keeping your neck relaxed as you're doing it. Especially if you have a lot of stress, throughout the day, you're like tense and then you're like, oh, I got to put these dishes away. You got to try to keep your body relaxed as much as you can. Okay, next one, you're just going to have your elbows to your side and you're just going to come up and out. Then you kind of bring your elbows forward just slightly, up and out, come back, up and out. Elbows forward. There you go. Good job. It's a little bit more simple. So yeah, if your weights are light, you can even, to challenge that muscle, you can come out a little bit more. If you have heavier weights, this is kind of a good sort of grocery bag position. Like being here at your side and having heavier weights. Grocery bags usually, you know, you have a couple of these, not just like one can in each hand usually, right? You still want to keep your shoulder blades back. So that's one of the things that happens when you have your grocery bags, right? We start to like carry them in the house and we're like just trying to get to the door. But you want to make sure that you're keeping those shoulders back, shoulder blades together, keeping your hips forward, not too far forward, right? Just so that you're straight up and down. And sometimes people go the opposite way. Actually, they'll walk like this just to they'll hinge on their back instead of using their muscles. So you just want to make sure that you are using the right muscles next time you're unloading the car. Very good. If the groceries aren't too heavy, you can practice doing this with the actual bags, which is more functional, right? Also gives you an idea if you're overloading your grocery bags. Okay, good. All right, so now we're gonna bend over. You're gonna have your elbows up, bring your hands up, and reach overhead. Okay, so elbows up, shoulder height, bring your wrist towards the ceiling, and then reach up. My arms are right next to my ears. Then I come back down, hands up, reach forward. Very good. So again, don't let your back curve. You want to make sure that you have your chest up, bending from the hips, and then reaching overhead. And just get my hair out of my way. Good. That rotation is really important for our shoulders, making sure you're strengthening that. We usually get the straight arm exercises and everything, but forget some of the rotational things. Remember to breathe. And you're still trying to keep your neck relaxed here, even though it's a very weird position. You want your ears aligned with your shoulders. Keeping that space between the top of your shoulders and your ears to really feel a burn in the shoulders itself. Very good. Reach up towards the ceiling. Right, so as our arms get tired, we're going to go lower and lower. You still want to keep those arms up. Very good. Good. All right. Shake your arms out. Now my arms are burning, even though they're just using a can of beans. So the next one you're going to do are the punches we've done before, just reaching. This time we're just going to be reaching at different angles. So I'm just moving from my shoulder blades, just forward and back. Be careful not to move your hips. You just want to be reaching forward from the shoulder blades, back from the shoulder blades, and then repeat. Very good. So this is going to be a tricky one too. After we did all those reps of the previous exercise, your arms are getting tired, right? But you can do it. Hang in there. If it's tired up there, you could just reach from here, right? Do a different angle. Still working those muscles. But up here is obviously more challenging because of gravity. Very good. Belly button to your spine. Soft bend in the knees. Very good. Good. Okay, next one. And shake out your shoulders. Whew. Might have to use the can of beans again. So we'll just take one weight this time. So let's see if I want to be at an angle where you can see me. You're going to be doing ABCs, which sounds pretty silly. It doesn't matter what language you do them in. It doesn't matter what lowercase or capital. I get this question a lot, which is why I'm explaining it. But you're just going to be tracing each letter. So A, B, C, D. So you're going to get a lot of muscles kicking in when you're doing this. You'll feel it in different areas, but mostly you'll still feel the burn up here. G, H, I, J, K. So I like to keep it small, but going wider sometimes helps a little bit more because you're giving your muscle a little bit more of a break in different angles. But you can do both actually, because then you're getting different muscle fibers. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Good. So you can, so we're going to switch arms this time. You can practice doing these like when you're wiping the window, right? Or having to wipe a surface. You can even do it like when on a flat surface, right? Just doing the different letters. You're just, you know, challenging your muscles to do different directions. G, H, I, J, K, L. This is a good one to do if you have kids too, right? You can just kind of, you know, teach them the alphabet and do the exercise. R, S, getting caught up in my alphabet here. T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Good. And then the next trick, not today probably, but is to try to do it with both hands, right? At the same time. Okay, so one more, then we're gonna start the circuit again. So this time you're gonna have your weight here at your waist. You are going to squat down, stand, and then overhead again. Okay? So this time you are squatting like we're talking about with the laundry, right? You're going up and then overhead. Down, up, overhead. So exercises like this are tricky because you want to make sure you're getting a weight that's challenging for your legs, but you also want to, you know, be able to do it with the arms. So sometimes like a dumbbell single weight is good versus like two. That way you can, you know, be supporting with both arms. Very good. So hips back, arms overhead, belly button to your spine, neck relaxed. Whew. Just a few more, then we're going to start over. All right, very good. Okay, I'm going to pull my hair back and then get a slightly heavier weights. So we're going to do the hammer curls. So again, I'm holding the weights at the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my elbow straight, bent, and then twisting out, back up, and then down. Okay, so the trick is to find a weight that is maybe challenging enough for the hammer curl, and then one that your forearm can do as well. So shoulder blades together, legs slightly bent, legs tight, neck relaxed. And if this weight feels hard, you can hold the middle of the weight, which makes it a little bit easier. And breathing through the exercise. Keep those collarbones back. Belly button towards the spine. Good. Okay, next one. So we have the bent over rows. So you're lifting, you're at your chest, standing, pressing out. Bringing it back to your chest, bending over, reaching, and then reaching forward. So mostly from the hips. Try to keep that chest up as you're bending over. When you reach forward, keep your neck relaxed. So these are the things I really want you to incorporate throughout your day. So not just when you're working out, right? It has to be majority of your day. Usually most of us just work out for 30 minutes, an hour, that sort of thing. And then we go and do these other activities and we lose our form because we don't think about it actually, right? Like whose parents were like, yeah, do your laundry and don't forget about using your knees and hips and all that stuff. So we have to incorporate that. And maybe that's something you pass on to your kids and family and friends. Very good. All right. Okay, so now we're going to do, starting out with elbows bent, coming up, and then reaching overhead onto a shelf. So when you're lifting, you want to keep things close to you until you have to, reach outward. So if you're lifting something up, you don't want to be doing this and putting it away. Physics-wise, it's a longer lever, so you really want to try to keep things close to you, bring it up, and then put it away. And if you're bring things down, vice versa, you want to get close to it, bring it in to the center, and back down. Good. So some people think, oh, I need to go hard all the time. It's not true. You want to be efficient, effective, and that's how you preserve your body, right? And you slowly build up. It's when people are like, oh, whatever, I'm just going to push through. And I'm guilty of the same thing. It's not like a judgment thing, but it's just that this is what we do, right? We're just like, I want to get through this. I'm just going to do it this way. But you want to slow down sometimes and just think about how you're doing things. Very good. All right, so slight bend the elbows to the side. So out, elbows forward a little bit, out, back, out. Good. Again, if your weights are easy, then you can just, you can keep the elbow straight and go out, come forward, go out, come forward, go out. So the elbow bent version is the same idea. You just kind of focus on the elbows since that's the part that's coming out a little bit more. Neck relaxed, chest up, belly button to your spine. Whew. Good job, guys. And I've mentioned in the emails and before, just you want to try to do strength training at least 3 times a week. At your level. Okay, shake it out a little bit. And I say sometimes, I put on there like on the sheets like 1 to 3 times a week because it depends on where you are. Sometimes just a little bit of strength training if you're deconditioned makes a difference, like once a week. But if your body really needs a challenge, repetition, consistency, then 3 times a week. So you just really have to listen to where you're at, what your time allows you to do. Okay, so now bent over, This one actually, I'm going to switch over because I know I'm going to fatigue and my shoulders are already feeling it. So back to the beans. So elbows bent at shoulder height, bent over, wrists up, reaching overhead like Superman, and then back down, up, overhead, back down. So incorporating these rotational movements in your shoulder. Remember to keep your chest up, make a space between the top of your shoulders and your ears. Good. Whew. Keep those shoulder blades together. If you need to step out of the movement for a minute, that's fine, like a second to shake it out. That's totally fine. Good job. Reach, reach, reach. Again, as you get fatigued, your arms are going to go lower. So keep those arms towards the ceiling. Good. All right. Whew, shake it out. I'm even feeling in the back of my neck, just keeping my head up, which means I need to work those muscles more, right? Doing a lot of sitting lately. Okay, so we have the punches next. So different levels. So reach, reach, reach. So you can pick your range. You could be down here, right? You could be up here, or you can use the whole range. Whew. Try to keep that chin in. Our head will also want to take a break, right? So you got to engage those muscles intentionally as we're going. Good job. And as you fatigue, your elbows might want to bend a little bit. Just make sure you're still moving from those shoulder blades. Good job. Reach, reach, reach. Good. All right, so shake it out. All right, so now we're gonna go back to the ABCs. This time we're gonna do them out at the side. So A, B, C. So if your arms are really fatigued and you're gonna have a hard time keeping them up, you can even do it without any weight, right? You're still using the muscles. E, F, hopefully I'm not throwing you off wherever you are with your alphabet. G, H, I, keep that neck relaxed. J, K, L, M, belly button to your spine. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. All right, switch arms. So this is also a good exercise if you're an artist. I'm definitely not an artist. Creative, not artistic. But if you're, this exercise would be easy for you maybe if you are used to painting or something like that. So that's where you can actually load up the arm to help work on stability. G, H, ooh, my cat just jumped and scared me. J, K, L, M, N, O. And so this is another thing you could do with this is you do it with the ball on the wall. So just taking like one of those bouncy balls and just, writing the letter T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay. Ooh, shake it out. My muscles definitely burn. And then if you use the ball and that on the wall and that feels easy, you can actually get weighted balls. So you can get those at sporting goods stores like Dick's Sporting Goods and such. And that will help, to make your muscles, get your muscles a little stronger to keep up with the alphabet, right? Okay, so now I have back to my dumbbells. Last exercise of our 6-week session. So at your waist, you're going to squat down, stand up, reach up, and overhead. Okay, back down to the waist, squat as low as you can go, up, overhead, back to the waist. Right, so when we're lifting, we try to keep things at the waist and then close to as long as you can, and then up and away. Whew. Good job. So low as you can, reach up, overhead. So practicing with like your laundry basket is really great, because sometimes I know if I'm in a workout class, I won't want to go as low as I can because I know I'm going to be doing like more reps, right? But if you want to do functional when you're practicing and just practice a few reps, you can come down, pick up that laundry basket. Forces you to also adjust your feet. Have to think about the movement a little bit more. Use all our cues, making sure that your knees are going over your feet. You're engaging your core. You want to keep that basket at your waist. Good job. Keep those shoulder blades back. There we go. All right, guys, that's it. All right. Sit on this pillow here. Good job. Grab yourself some water. Take a couple of sips. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see this timer, but this timer is near my head. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for showing up. And as we always say, showing up for yourself and showing up for us. And I'm sure, well, actually, Rita did say, she did thank you guys. So if you guys missed that, if anyone missed that, we're both really grateful and proud of you guys. It's not easy to, take time out of your schedule sometimes and, just be there to work out, and it can be pretty tiring. So appreciate you guys taking on the challenge, pushing yourselves and showing up. And you guys can continue to do these exercises, right? So you have the videos on Facebook group, email, YouTube, for you guys to continue and, gradually increase the weight. Not too fast to avoid injury, right? I have to say that as a physical therapist. So yeah. Okay. Well, I also want to thank Rita, even though she's not here, I want to acknowledge her, because she's just such a great ball of energy. I'm sure you guys picked that up from her, right? So positive, so loving, so sweet. And I just also want to acknowledge her talent. So she's teaching the yoga in this class, but she's actually also a nutritionist, so multi-talented, and I'm sure amongst other things as well. So I really want to acknowledge that and show my appreciation to her as well. So if you guys have any, you're welcome, very welcome, Rachel, for the classes. And moving forward, if you guys have any questions or anything regarding PT, nutrition, that sort of thing, let us know. Thank you, Lindy. Just let us know in the Facebook group, or you can email us. I know for myself, moving forward, I want to try to make some more social media posts. So if you want to see like a video of, how you should be thinking about lifting like your laundry basket, things like that, or loading the washer dryer, things like that, functional stuff that you're wondering about, even exercise, specific exercises, just let us know. It kind of gives us like some direction to go in, because there's like a million things we can post, but it helps when it's actually something geared to people, right? So, okay. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions or anything, this is it. I thank you guys so much for joining us, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, week, month, etc. And hope to see you guys next time.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks again. Good luck with
You're
your little one.
welcome.
Good luck, yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.